To the screen, you're looking at My District Builder, as was shown in the slides before, and currently, just to give you an example, you're looking at Senate District 20. We pulled up the Senate map for you since that's what you'll be working with. Senate District 20 is a great example. Ben, if you could maybe scroll down on the data grid to the numbers for Senate District 20. Senate District 20 is about 100,000 Floridians over population. So it's a prime example of the basic task that you must accomplish in redistricting, which is to balance that out. If you do nothing else to Senate District 20, you must find places for those 105,000 Floridians, other districts for them to go into. But anyway, just to give you a quick tour of the site, of course you'll do the tutorial next week. The top of the page, you see the file, the view, help menus. Menus are familiar probably with any other program that you might utilize. For example, under the Contact Us menu, a person could access our YouTube site, where it is that they could look at the different tutorial videos. The one menu that's unique is the Build menu, of course, where you find the different tools by which you'll build with My District Builder, and we'll teach you the details of those next week. Under the File menu, that is where you would start a new plan, save a plan. We recommend saving early, saving often, backing up your plans. As we noted earlier, the House does not have access to the plans that you're designing on your computer. So if you're designing a plan or your constituent is, save it, back that information up, because we don't have any way to recover that if you should happen to have a computer issue. But you'll file new, save, open, all right there. The tab that says reports is not functional yet, but what it will be, it'll be an exciting feature to My District Builder, which will be a way that you could launch a report of your choice of any of the 12,000 some odd data points in the American Community Survey or the census to compare the districts you're drawing and how those data points mesh up. So if, for example, you wanted to see the concentration of veterans of the armed services in all the districts or certain districts that you've created, you could do that. So, and in that way, the site actually has a benefit beyond redistricting, just for research purposes. We think many people will use the report features. But coming back to the left side of the screen, halfway down, maybe Ben, thank you so much. What Ben just did was you can expand and contract any of the menus on My District Builder. So if you're not using certain features, you can hide them or at least minimize them. But what Ben has showed you there, unfolded there on the left, are the different layers of geography through which you can view the District Builder. So if you want to view, somewhat to your question, Representative Williams, if you want to view by county boundary lines, city boundary lines, if you want to view by the current district boundary lines, you're free to do that. However, whatever references you may need, if you wanted to build a plan that focused on municipal boundary lines, you could do that. A practical example of where that may come into play is as you're building a plan, you need to perhaps add an additional 5,000 Floridians into a map. You may decide, well, you have to cross a county boundary line, but you'll do so in a way where you tightly hug the city boundary lines in the next county, either in the city or out of the city. So you might use these features if you wanted to see the map by census blocks, by voting districts. You could do all those things. Ben, if you can minimize that map and then expand the map on the right side of the screen, or expand the menu. What Ben's showing you here are the different census and American Community Survey data points, and you can look at the map two different ways. You can look at the map either by just the top half of that, what Ben's clicking through now, placing the raw value or the percentage value into a unit of census geography, either a county, a census block, or a voting district. Or you can view that same information in a shaded theme map where, as you see a more red concentration of information, it would show you that there's a higher number of whatever group you're interested in. If you're interested in seeing where racial or ethnic minorities may happen to live, or if you're interested in seeing where perhaps there's a concentration of owned or rented homes, any data that's in the American Community Survey or the census. On the bottom of the screen, you see the data grid, which we kind of mentioned before in regards to, first and foremost, where you see your population deviation. That's where you identify how much, at minimum, a district needs to change just to meet the equal population requirements that were mentioned believe last week in Mr. DeGrande's presentation. So you see the district number, you'll see the deviation from what the ideal population is, and then you'll see the population of the district as it exists today. And with that, that's my district builder.